they can hear it if they're like, oh, that's the wrong scene. Hello, welcome to Trend Settings episode 85. Staying alive. We don't have the tripod again this week, even though Chris is back.
How does that work?
Where is it?
We're a bit skewy. He walked in and I said, I was about to text you to bring the tripod. Did you happen to bring the tripod anyway?
And I said, yep, I'm a good man.
But he was lying.
He was obviously bold-faced lying, as you can tell by the fact that the table is a bit tilted.
No,
Turns out it's not.
It actually looks pretty good. Anyway,
Lies.
what are we talking about?
We are talking about everything.
What are we?
We are...
Who are we?
Oh, jeez. Stop it. You're messing with my rigmarole.
My name
Sorry,
is
I got
Chris.
confused.
It is Trend Settings. This is the show Trend Settings, where we talk about what is trending every single week, Thursday, 8 p.m. I think we're on time today. We are on time.
Yay.
Hey,
Sort of.
no
Never
thanks
happens.
to me.
Yeah, well, wow. Threw himself under the bus there.
I mean, I'm already there.
We are Group Settings. This is Trend Settings. My name is Ali.
My name is still Chris.
My name's Evelyn.
Jono.
This week, we're talking entertainment with Kanye and teaming up with Trump. And then Jono's getting a penis transplant.
Sweet.
And then
Wow.
Ev is getting attacked by geese.
Yep.
And then Chris is
the
talking
Philippines.
about the Philippines again. Always
Classic.
about the Philippines.
Actually, that's usually my thing.
Now, can you take this and do the visuals?
Absolutely.
Now, entertainment. Let me put your
Yeah,
pads in.
What?
Slide the pads in.
Yep, you just put my pad in for me. Thank you. That's good.
For audio listeners, I'm sliding Chris's pad in.
Yep.
Now, Trump, right?
Yes.
Nobody likes him.
No.
Some people like him.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Sorry, no one famous likes him. No one who matters. Celebrities don't like him.
So recently, Kanye West came back to Twitter,
What?
which he had a bit of a hiatus for a long time. Is hiatus the right word? Where you just go away?
Yeah.
Is this after he did that Instagram thing where he was just posting pictures from that magazine?
Yeah, when that was in the middle of where he went, like he had like a weird bout of depression. I don't think it was ever
Yeah.
actually labeled what it was,
Oh,
but he
yeah, I
had a
remember that.
mental episode.
And he was like in a hospital, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was getting treatment. Okay.
He got treatment. That was at the end of last year, I believe. So today he did an Instagram post, and as usual, it's pretty inflammatory and conversation starty.
Classic.
Was it Instagram
Easy.
or Twitter?
I saw I saw a couple of different things, but it was originally Twitter.
Okay.
I lied. You're
Okay.
right. And the Twitter was from @Kanye West. My MAGA hat is signed. Now, what's MAGA? I hear you say.
Nope.
No, I think everyone knows.
Everyone
we
knows.
do know what it is, but you can say
I
anyway.
didn't.
How do you not know?
I only knew because there was a picture above it with the hat. I'm like,
totally sure
He's
we've
totally-
actually spoken about this topic.
I think
Yeah.
you've
on the
said
podcast.
it. He puts it at the end of all of his tweets.
yeah. When I
MAGA.
read what it was, I'm like, oh, I did know that.
Yeah.
It was like a memory jog.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect, guys.
You do need to
okay.
do a bit of jogging.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
Well, my confidence was already pretty low, and now it's an all-time low. Thanks, Chris.
What happened?
I'm so glad you're back. Now, MAGA, if you didn't know, stands for Make America Great Again.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I saw a hat on the weekend in the city.
Here.
Yeah.
Man, I'd buy
and
one
then
just for the
also
funsies.
Make Australia Great Again in blue.
Was it
Oh.
ironic?
Yeah. It was right across, it was right around the corner.
Was it a hipster?
No, it was like this little, like, strange place with all these trinkets.
Oh, I was selling it, not wearing it.
No.
So naturally, this makes it sound like Kanye is supporting Trump.
Yeah.
Trump's not a very popular person. Kanye is a person in a popular medium full of people who are pretty against Trump. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was going to say, like, he's a very unpopular person with famous people.
Yes.
And with not famous people.
So,
I feel like the percentage is more skewed with famous people. It's like 30% of
That's
people
true.
like him in the normal population, but I feel like it's maybe like 10 or 5% of famous people like him.
True.
so there was a little bit of a fallout because of this, in terms of famous people who were following him on Twitter unfollowed him. Do you want to hear who unfollowed him?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wait, what
Diana-
is it just because of the making? Wasn't there another tweet?
No.
There's about 100.
There's
I'm
a
just
lot.
I'm still.
Ah, so these are all about
These
Trump.
are all about Trump.
Okay, so it wasn't just the MAGA hat one.
No, this has
This
been
is
going.
all
This
from
has been going
today.
all day.
Ah, see, I would
This is all
unfollow someone if
today.
they did that.
What?
Yes,
I would
so
follow
I'm not
any
going.
of you guys if you did that. Not because I hate Trump, just be annoying, right?
Yeah. So I'm giving the Cliff Notes entertaining version of this.
Okay,
You can
great.
read it all, but
Yep.
most of it's Kim Kardashian. It is boring as balls.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now, some of the people who unfollowed him are Tiana Taylor. Don't know who that is. Travis Scott. Is that? Do you know how to say that word?
Nope.
I'm just gonna say Chai the Prince. Pusha T, 2 Chainz, Harry Styles, Kendrick Lamar,
Not
Rihanna,
Harry Styles.
Mhm.
John Legend, and Chrissy
Mhm.
Teigen.
How's he going to appeal to the young female audience?
Exactly. And from the Kardashians, Kylie, Khloe, and
Whoa.
Kourtney.
Yes.
Oh.
But Chris followed him today.
Yes.
Wait, she wasn't following him
wasn't
before.
following
No. Neither was Kendall, but she stayed neutral on the matter.
Right.
She just stayed not
Do
following
you
him.
think that, like, from week to week, it's like, yeah, I'm going to follow Kanye this week. No, I'm unfollowing.
Well, he
him.
hasn't tweeted anything in like
Oh,
a year.
true.
So he's come back and he's tweeted like 100 things about Donald Trump.
Mm.
No, he started. He's doing his usual like other things
He's-
before this.
He's writing a book through Twitter.
Like, seriously,
Right.
the amount of tweets that he's put up today, I'd be unfollowing the guy.
Yeah, I'd be unfollowing him and it wouldn't be
This
because
is-
of his politics.
It's such bad
He
Twitter
could be a fan of
etiquette.
Bernie Sanders. If he posted 100 posts about him, I would unfollow him. Actually, that's not true. I love Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, so naturally
Crazy.
this has just spiraled out of control. One of the main people who kind of has criticized him has been John Legend.
Mm-hmm.
Now, strap in. There's a few tweets here.
Okay.
Now, started off. This is John Legend speaking, not Ali.
Can you say
Thank-
at John Legend?
Thanks for clearing that up.
At John Legend. I imagine there's some comfort in imagining a future without racism and projecting that onto the present. Thinking if we just deny the truth, it doesn't exist. If history is erased, we don't have to deal with its consequences. However, far too many people don't have the luxury of closing their eyes and ears. They feel it with their lives and can't act like what they see and know doesn't exist. They know their family was destroyed by deportation or incarceration. They know their loved ones was denied safe harbor because of their religion. They know their son or daughter was shot because of their skin color, because their skin color evoked fear. They see the statistics about black applications for real estate or loans or employment being turned away because their name was Jamal, not James. I love that great, brilliant artists have the power to imagine a better future, but artists can't be blind to the truth. So, he doesn't actually at Kanye West in any of these, but the timing's a bit slippery. Am I right?
Yep.
Mm.
So, I'm still going.
All right.
That's the end of his part, but there's more reactions.
Okay.
So, do you guys know Jordan Peele?
Yes.
He directed Get Out,
Yeah.
the one that just won Oscar.
He's married to Gina from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Gina, yeah, she's great.
Yeah,
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine too.
she's okay.
It's a great show.
She's okay.
She's okay. She's not my favorite character.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
is your favorite character?
I don't know.
It's the best friend guy who's like an idiot and loves.
See, I find Holt
No.
funnier.
Yeah, I like
Holt
Holt.
makes me laugh out loud.
Yeah, I'd say
Yes.
it's between Holt and why can't I remember the other guy's name? I haven't
Charles.
watched- Charles, yeah. He like
There's no way Charles would ever be my favorite.
because he does like funny.
We've gotten really badly
Yeah.
sidetracked.
Yeah, the best friend funny stuff and his physical humor just cracks me
Yeah.
up.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
wow.
anyway,
Excuse me.
Okay.
What?
is that the Rihanna video?
This is kind. I just
No.
said Kanye.
Oh yeah, that's the music video.
Okay.
It's sort of related.
Sure.
So Jordan Peele, right?
Yes.
Great guy, just directed a thing, broke out of comedy and is in serious things.
Very smart guy.
Just did a huge movie about racism in a very clever way.
Gotcha.
He says, gets inspired, starts writing Get Out 2, and then the link is to Kanye West's Twitter status.
Ooh.
And Kanye hits back,
Hey, bro.
do this look like the sunken place? And he shows his house and it's like $1 billion mansion.
That's stupid.
The sunken place is from Get Out.
Yeah.
Ah. That makes
Because a lot of
sense
it, so
now.
there's a lot of crossfire in here that's really hard to keep track of. But a lot of people are accusing him of still being like mentally unstable
Yep.
from,
Yeah, see,
from
that's
last
not-
year.
That's not cool.
Well, that's what.
That's
Kim
like
says.
using. You
Yeah.
can't use that as an attack
No.
to say that someone's wrong with what they say. You argue against the point that they're making. You don't argue against them saying they have a mental problem.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
But-
some of these might be out of order. It's actually really hard to tell in these things. But this is a continuation from Kanye West. Probably not from that one, though. And also, I'm all the way out of the sunken place, and I'm not scared anymore. I'm not scared of the media. I'm not scared of past. I'm not scared of the past, and I'm optimistic about the future. This tweet is in love, not fear.
But
One of his tweets earlier was something about black people complaining too much, right? Saying that they're like playing the victim
I don't know.
when they complain. I think one of the... I did hear about this one because I didn't read through the whole thing, but I did hear
There is
about
a
him saying
lot of
something.
them.
Yeah, so I think I heard something about... I think what would have triggered a lot of people would have been him saying that black people complain too much.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
because it's kind of like blaming them
Yeah.
as if there isn't a bad thing happening to them.
Yeah.
And
Come on,
that's not the
Kanye.
real problem.
But his wife, Kimmy K, she said, just to be clear, he also likes Hillary.
That doesn't help.
What?
It doesn't help at all.
No,
Just to be
Kanye
clear.
cleared it up better because she honestly just kind of made it worse. I didn't print out any of her replies.
She tweeted a bunch of stuff like saying, "You guys got it all wrong."
Well, he came out
He
against
loves Hillary.
Obama, kind of as well, because he was saying that like he was in charge for 8. This is kind of a fair criticism. Obama was in charge for 8 years, and nothing got better in Chicago. That was part of his like criticism of Barack Obama.
Mm.
But yeah,
But you know who else unfollowed him?
Who?
Adidas.
Oh yeah.
And his reply to that is the Yeezy 700 is Adidas' most requested shoe. So, bad English aside, he's still pretty confident. And he said, Adidas have been great partners and they'll let Yeezy be Yeezy. This could have never happened at Nike. Which is true.
Hmm.
And he's pumping Adidas, so I guess they can't be angry.
can you read that much into a company? It can't really just be an individual. They'd have decided to do that.
Honestly, it's they probably had a board meeting about it.
Yeah, right.
They would have to. Right?
But with how quick everything happened, maybe they're just trying to jump ship because, I don't know, witch hunts lately have been very quick and pile-on-y kind of thing, and this really seemed to be like that,
Yeah.
even though it's kind of mean and overreacting.
Do you think anyone would care about someone else like remaining a follower of Kanye West? Like, do you think people would scroll through his followers, be like, "Yep, on page 1,000, Adidas is still following. Not buying any more Yeezys."
Well,
No.
As if
I've-
they didn't already know that Yeezys were made by Adidas.
Yeah. I've never looked up the definition of virtue signaling, but isn't that what this is? Of, like, just telling you people that you unfollowed Kanye because of something?
Sounds right.
Is that what virtue signaling is?
Actually, don't know.
Someone look up the definition while I keep
I'm on
going.
Can we ask Google?
Okay, Google. What is the definition of virtue signaling?
Virtue signaling, the action or practice of publicly expressing opinions or sentiments intended to demonstrate one's good character or the moral correctness of one's position on a particular issue.
Nailed it.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so similar to white knighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys know I unfollowed Kanye too.
Really?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Wow.
totally.
Right.
I followed
did,
him.
I did last week.
I started following him.
You know who had a great response?
Who?
Chance the Rapper. Always the level-headed. A person who is a party to Kanye, as in, like, friends with him, chats with him pretty regularly, had some great replies. He said, I talked to him 2 days ago. He's in a great space and not affected by folk trying to question his mental or physical health. Same yay from the VMAs, same yay from the telethon. So what happened at the VMAs, Chris, that you remember, famous for Kanye?
Yo. Beyonce was the greatest music
Yeah,
video
I'ma let you
of
finish.
all time. I'ma let you finish.
And what happened at the telethon, Jono?
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Sure did.
Sure doesn't.
And then his next tweet
Probably
was,
does.
black people don't have to be Democrats. And then his tweet after that said, next president gonna be independent.
Oh.
Those three were Chance. They were all Chance.
Gotcha.
He's right. Black people don't have to be Democrats.
Glad we cleared that.
I mean, it's a good point.
Thanks, Chance.
So, what do you think about the whole situation? It's pretty. It's a real dumpster fire. But what are you guys' kind of thoughts?
I don't know why people are paying so much attention to this guy's Twitter.
No.
Or this guy in general.
It's arguably too many posts for one day.
Arguably.
Yeah.
It's
I think-
definitely way too many posts.
Yeah, just on a social media etiquette sort of level.
That's your biggest problem.
One, don't say people are wrong because they've got a mental illness. That's bad form. Two, don't post like 100 times in a day.
I don't think it was the people who were wrong, accusing him of being wrong. I think it was more they were excusing him because he's probably not mentally fit.
Okay, but that's
Is
just
that
as
the
bad.
same thing?
Yeah, because it's implying that he's wrong, hence he's saying something that I think is wrong. But it's okay because he's got a mental problem.
Right.
That's still the same thing, just from a nicer,
Which
like
kind
a more
of
condescending way, I guess, of saying it.
yeah, which a lot of people are accusing him of almost being alt-right, which I think is a step way too far because clearly he's not. Right?
Yeah, no. Clearly, he doesn't probably believe the same things that those people do. Like, he doesn't sound like he's really fleshed out why he likes Trump.
I don't
He's
think
just
he's
saying
thought
it.
it
And
through.
then it seems like a lot of his replies are, I don't care about what the media says about me, which is never, that's not an argument of why you like someone.
Yeah.
You can say something controversial if the next thing you say after that is, well, I don't care about what you guys say, then clearly you haven't really got a good reason for it.
Yeah.
He's just in his own head. He just has his own world, and that's it. And he doesn't, and so then he doesn't need to then go and, back up his arguments or anything. It's just in his head. He's just always right.
Yeah. I didn't actually print this one out, but it was actually one of the important ones. So I apologize if I misquote this tweet.
Okay.
One of the 50,000 from today. He said, "My wife told me to do this." The wife being Kim Kardashian, obviously, if you live under a rock. He said, "I don't agree with everything that Trump does or believes in. Just like I don't agree with 100% what anyone does except myself."
Yeah, that's close enough.
Yeah.
Right.
He's basically saying the only person I 100% agree with is myself.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming the things he doesn't agree with are probably like the deporting people en masse kind of thing.
Yeah, and I believe the quote from his song is, "Racism's still alive, they just be concealing it." Right?
Can confirm.
Yes.
I can't confirm that.
Which is actually
Sounds
funny
right.
because that is the first thing that kind of made me think about racism.
His song.
Because it was back when I was in high school. And when you're a stupid white person in high school in Australia, you just kind of think that no one else in the rest of the country is racist.
Yeah.
Just me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the only one who's racist, so it's probably okay. We're all racists.
So yeah, it's a
Crazy.
real roller coaster, this one.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's gotten into the, the classic black Republican thing. It's so much a thing that Key and Peele used to do sketches on it. But it's sort of like the stop complaining about stuff. But the trope is that they tend to be well off. So you could accuse him of being a little bit in a bubble, I guess. I don't know. If he thinks it's not a problem anymore, maybe he's forgotten what it's like to not be
Maybe, yeah.
really well off
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
have to actually deal with that stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's not like anyone sees Kanye and judges him because he's black. They probably judge him because he's Kanye. And they know enough about him to not judge him like he's black. But every other black person in America gets judged because they're black. And everything that goes along with that. So,
Yeah. Anyway, did you guys see Avengers?
Yeah.
No.
Wow, Ev.
we did.
Thanks,
I'm
Ev.
just saying.
Wow.
Okay.
John and I went.
Just to be clear, we're not going to be spoiling anything from Avengers.
No.
We're just giving overall thoughts. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, Jono?
Okay.
Yes.
No leading questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't have to
Good job,
ask
that
leading
was-
questions. I watched it this time.
So what'd you guys do?
What did we do?
Yeah.
We.
How did I get there,
I
Chris?
don't know how you got there.
Because
Tell
I
us
was
the story.
I was a substitute. I was not originally meant to see this movie.
Yeah, neither was I.
You were
Late
second
call.
I wasn't a
best, were you?
substitute either.
So it was
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
Oh.
I was like, guys, what should we do? Avengers coming out. Who wants to go? And then I was like, yeah, let's go. So I went, readingcinemas.com, booked my tickets, 3 middle back row. There was like, the whole cinema was empty. Booked the middle 3 back row. Then they're like, okay, went through to the paying stage. You'd pay.
The seats are unavailable.
Crash.
Oh, crap.
Just took me back to the homepage of the website. They took my money, but I never got no email, no confirmation, nothing.
Oh, jeez. I had something similar happen to me.
So I call them up, say, yo, lady, where's my tickets? She's like, oh yeah, I'll hook you up, don't worry about it. And then she hooked me up, and then rock up, have a couple burgers beforehand, you know. Jono shows up.
Couple of cheeky bees.
We head into the cinema. I walk up the back, head into the middle. There's some fam sitting there. I'm like, yo, fam, you in my seats? They're like, no. I'm like, oh, yeah, true. Sorry.
Did you have physical tickets?
Yeah. And then we went.
Then he looked at them.
Then I looked at the tickets. And I went and sat somewhere else.
It was the side. It was still the back row.
It was still
but
very
just
good
like
seats. Can't
all
complain.
the way on the
Can't
side.
complain.
Not the middle. Anyway.
So it's just not the seats that you thought you booked.
I know.
How good is that
I
cinema
know.
though? Recliners.
Yeah, reading like deluxe cinema.
Yeah.
It's good.
I tried to get that. And they're cheap too. Like, I don't know how to get away
$15.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty
Amazing.
Good. Are you going to pay me back or what?
Oh yeah, shit.
Oh.
Don't break my knees. I need them.
Anyway,
to
so then we sat down and watched the movie. It was good.
Is
What
that
movie
really
did we
the
watch?
story? Or is there more? Because it sounded more interesting.
No, that's
No,
it.
it wasn't.
We'll tell you.
Have you heard
how
Chris
we got
stories?
there.
This is how we go through movies. Chris gives us the entire background of how he ended up in the cinema, so you know what mood he was in when he got there.
You guys
Slightly
are.
disappointed, but well fed,
But
Right.
I was feeling good because I hadn't.
and also disappointed because Jules bailed on him.
Yeah, I was very
Right.
disappointed that Jules bailed.
But
But
then you got Jono.
It's a poor
he's
substitute.
pretty much the same as Jules. Let's be honest.
He did mix us up earlier in the day.
But we were seeing this before, like most of the world. You know, like no reviews had dropped.
Yeah,
It's like usually movies come out on Thursday. It's Wednesday, Anzac Day. Feeling good.
Great.
Shout out to Carl. But I was excited, and I hadn't like I seen the trailers and everything, of course. But usually I read all about a movie and find out stuff before I go in. But
You're
I was pretty
crazy.
keen.
So
I forced my girlfriend to go because no one else invited me.
Mm.
And
we all just assumed you were going with
My-
your girlfriend.
yeah, well,
That's what I told him.
My wife.
did you
came as
assume
well.
he was going with his wife?
My wife.
I
came.
did.
Oh,
And turns
great.
out he was going with the rest of his connect as well, so it became less weird.
Maybe you guys should just talk amongst each
I
other.
need a bit more communication.
Communication.
Whatever, Ev.
What are we, like women or something?
No, like, it's like, hey, where's the Avengers?
Yeah, so we went, and I really, really, really liked it. What did you
Yeah,
guys think?
I had a great time. I really enjoyed it as well. It was
It's so
different.
good.
It was different.
Yeah.
Without spoiling it, there was a moment because Chris's favorite character is Thor, right? We all know this. He loves the font.
The font.
When they give a
it's
teaser
not
for movies,
true.
before even there's a teaser trailer, he'll see the font
Anyway,
of the title and he'll talk about it.
it's taking me out of
Ah.
context. But
Whatever. That's all
You
you
like Thor.
You were telling this story one week.
It's just-
The font. Anyway,
I'll tweet about it.
there was this cool moment with Thor, and he just had this like moment where he like he involuntarily brought his legs up towards his body, put his hands on top of his head, and he doesn't remember it.
I don't remember doing
He doesn't
that
remember
at all.
doing this. He had an involuntary fangasm.
Yeah.
Like, Jono asked me afterwards, like, yeah, you really like that bit. And I was like, what? Yeah, I did really like that bit, but how do you know?
Did you just zone in?
Yeah, I guess I did.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, you did this, and he was like, I don't remember doing that.
The whole movie's full of those moments, though. Like, there was ones where I go, what?
It's
Like,
a-
I actually said that. I was like, what?
There's a
And-
lot of payoff in this movie.
Yeah, there's so many people meeting who you didn't realize hadn't met, and there's so many things that you forgot about, that there's like beef and stuff, and you're like, oh, I forgot
Yeah.
about this. Because there's 70-something characters in this movie,
What?
which is a pretty big juggle. That's including like people who aren't in it very much.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like,
I guess it's that the fact that like all the individual movies, they're a plot, but they're within the subplot of the whole universe, right? And finally, we're getting payoff on the main plot, and it's just crazy.
Yeah.
It actually
But-
feels like it matters.
Interesting. My girlfriend and I, weekly girlfriend mention for the points. We're opposite ends of the spectrum. I've seen all of them like 50 times. She's seen Black Panther and Thor once.
Classic.
And she loved it too. Which is weird.
Really?
Because there's so many
Interesting.
characters that she didn't even know like what they were.
Did it make any sense?
We watched. I didn't give this qualifier. We gave like a 10-minute video of like, here's what to watch before Infinity War.
Okay.
She watched that.
The 10-minute video.
Yeah, so she got the idea of like what kind of the idea of like how he's trying to get the stones.
At this
Yeah.
point, there's more movies than most TV shows.
There's 19.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're like looking at like how you would catch up on a TV series. It's actually a big deal.
It's just so insane that it didn't suck in any way, and it's even more insane that it's awesome.
I
Right?
feel like the sequel
like Chris has
will be
something to
what
say.
makes it a good or a bad movie. I love it at the moment, but depending on where it goes in the sequel, I don't know if I love it or not.
Yeah, and because I'm a sucker for the movie before the last movie, because that tends to be where the confrontation and the big bad stuff happens.
Yeah.
And so this movie was just catered towards me.
I've always said a good bad guy is what makes a superhero movie, not the superhero. And this was a good movie.
Yeah,
Great bad guy.
because the way they juggle it and the way they actually streamline it is the things they took from the comics are so good, and the things they kind of left behind and didn't bother with the comics are so good. Which I never say that. I always say I wish they did it like this. I wish they did it like that.
As
I
in
didn't have
the
any
fact
of
that they left it out was good.
Yeah. And the things that they kept, I'm like, man, it's awesome that they kept that. What are your thoughts, Chris?
I really enjoyed it. My favorite thing about it was Thanos. Like, I won't say any more. I don't want to spoil anything, but
Yeah.
it's just a really good performance from Josh Brolin, and he's just really enjoyable to watch him doing his thing, and like I really enjoyed it. A lot of payoff, a lot of these characters that we love doing stuff that we love,
It's
like
high stakes.
and high stakes, but like from a filmmaking perspective, it was like pretty vanilla. Like, like just to be honest, like it didn't do that much interesting with the camera. Like when the Guardians of the
Were you
Galaxy,
watching any of the Spider-Man parts?
I've seen that 50 times in every single Spider-Man movie, but like when the Guardians of the Galaxy came in, like I feel like you could tell, like, oh yeah, James Gunn's here. He's doing, like, he's got control of these guys. But I still really enjoyed it.
So you hear that? If you're into a movie because you want to see something interesting happen with a camera, it's not the one for you.
Oh yeah, and it's like it's not a bloody arty-farty movie. This
No,
movie,
it's
this
all
movie
about the
grabs
plot.
you by the balls and throws you across the room
Yeah.
for 2.5 hours. Was that how long it was? It was really long.
It
2.5
was long.
hours.
2:40.
Oh.
Yeah.
2:36.
I didn't feel it though, and I'm a person who hates long movies.
I didn't feel it either.
No,
Okay.
there's
Like,
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, I keep trying
I
to watch
think
The
you
Last
won't
Jedi.
appreciate it. Because it won't matter. This matters because we've seen all the other movies, so it's like, it matters.
Another weekly mention of the girlfriend. She falls asleep in every movie we watch that we've ever watched, and she didn't fall asleep in this one.
Ever?
That is
Ever.
that is a testament to how entertaining a movie
Wow.
is. She fell asleep in Last Jedi.
Have you
Oh,
taken her to
that is
movies
a
she
long movie.
likes?
Yeah, it's a very short list.
Mhm.
Because you don't take her to movies she likes.
I see.
I understand because it's dark, it's comfy seats. Like I
Yeah.
fall asleep in movies all the time.
There's really loud noises and there's stuff happening.
Well, true, but if you
That doesn't phase some
know.
people.
True.
know,
Yeah.
it's just,
I think that's enough. We're
Yeah.
gonna get too spoilsy if we keep
Yeah.
going.
Crazy.
Sure is.
yeah.
Do you want to see it now?
Yeah, I always wanted to see it.
Okay.
It wasn't like it's just I didn't see it on Anzac Day.
So respectful, Ev.
Yes.
That's a very deceptive scene, actually. Just realised. Anyway.
Don't.